Hi everyone, Emma here. I am getting ready to put a clasp on this bracelet. So normally a bracelet that like a cuff with tiny beads, you'd usually use a tube clasp. I'm trying to think of the names of the others. There's a few others. Let me grab it for a sec. I never even thought that you might need a sample. So there's these type you can put on, and then there's these as well, and they're magnetic or friction. So this one's friction, so it sits inside the other, so one side goes on one side goes on the other. And then there's these here, they're again a friction. Now I do have some that are magnetic, and the thing that I found with the magnetic, I bought a bunch, not really realizing they're quite heavy. So they're a little more substantial and heavy. These ones I got from Jill Wiseman, from Jill Wiseman Designs. So if you're interested, that's a good one. So this would go really well with that. But I wanted to do it a little blingier because I feel like this turned out so lovely and sparkly. So I have not put this type of clasp on before, so this is kind of your learning with me. So we'll see what we can come up with. I did, if you put them, so these ones are cool. They have the holes, so you can put your thread through and come out the other side. There it is there. So this is the width here. So it comes a little bit past the brown beads. So I think what I'm going to do, I put some, I've got some 15-0s golds, and I think if I put one bead here, one bead there, and then add my clasp, it should work. So we'll try that. This bracelet is super light and dainty, so I'm not concerned about having a really strong thread or worrying about this. I mean, we will go through it a few times to secure it. But so let me just put a few of these out. And since my thread is already at this point, I'm just going to take one of these, and then I'm going to go down here. I do have to finish off the rows here without, you can see how there's spaces in between. So this row of beads has to be attached. So I'm just going to go down one, adding that 15 gold right there. So that'll look really nice. It kind of finishes it off a bit. And then go up this bead. Let me get that on here like that. And then this one. So now that one's attached to that brown row. I'm going to see where this comes up. I could probably go up this. Now here's the problem. Wow, you know what? This is the second set of clasps that I realize there's an issue here. So this bar part right here interferes with the second hole. So I can't actually use, like, I don't think my needle will go through sideways. And I don't want thread lining up outside, like I could go up and around here. So the only two I can use is actually these two. That is crappy. And if I put my thread up through here, you'll see it across. I could put it at the back, but well, we may have to rethink this clasp. That's how little I knew about this clasp. This is not friendship. I really feel like I'm going to have to put the thread here. Because here's the thing, this is really loosey-goosey. So if I don't attach at least the 3 middle rows to this. I wonder if there was a way to get a hole in there. Let me see here. Oh, this is, yeah, there's nothing there. Yeah, I definitely don't want to put the thread. Like I could do this. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. So put it through here. Like that. And then say come down through this brown. Like here. You can see the threads on the outside. Do you know what? You may not see it that much. Actually, I could put some extra 50 O's to cover that thread. Let me see. I hope this comes out correctly. I don't think so. It looks like that thread went through another thread. Yep. That's not friendship. I'm gonna have to take it off my needle. This is what happens all the time. So you guys don't see this part of the videos. Well, I guess I didn't have to go all the way out, but oh well. Okay, so we're gonna put some. So I know some people will say, oh, you could put wire guardians, but it'll look ridiculous putting wire guardians across. So we'll just put some seed beads to cover it, and hopefully it doesn't look too out of place. I feel like these clasps are a little more expensive than your basic clasps, so I expect a little more from them. But you know what? That's what happens sometimes. So we're going to start by going through the bottom like that. There, and then I'll put some seed beads to come around. So we're going to need some more. Never fails. Sometimes I put a whole bunch of these 50 O's out and then I'm like, oh, I don't need them all. Okay. Let's see. Maybe 4. Oh, and there's a 11-0. You know, it's funny, when I first started beading, I couldn't tell the difference between an 11-0 and a 15. And now I can spot them from a mile away. So I'll just go exactly what I did earlier. Go through this. I'm going to move the camera a bit. I'm quite enjoying the camera position because I can actually see what I'm doing, but if I move it closer, it's going to be harder to see. So that's not too bad. It's super tiny, so I am going to go through it a few times. So back up through that bead and through the hole. There, that's not too bad. It might look like the style of the bracelet. I think this is a good save. So let's get through these 50 O's. These beads are super small to see during a video. It's not a big deal when I'm doing it myself, but on the video, because most people hold things really close to their vision so they can see it there. That's not too bad. Actually, that's going to look really nice. Okay. Whew. Now, I would have liked to be able to, go through these two but we'll see what I can do here. Pull it snug. Then I'm going to go through the next bead here in that row. And then I'm going to go up through this one. And this will finish off this herringbone stitch so that they're connected on the final row. And then now we can go up this middle row. And I think what we'll do for this one, I guess just the middle, we'll go through the 2 middle holes. So go through that middle hole. What the heck? Okay, what the heck is going on here? Who turned things around? Let me bring my needle through here. So then I'll go through that second hole. Again, super hard to see. So let's go down this bead. And it pulls it tight. Go up through this bead. Like that. Pull tight. Come down the hole and go through the bead. There. So I only did that twice. I might go back. We'll see how we manage here. And that finishes that one. Let's go through the top of this one. And up. You know what? I think I can go through the hole on the side here. That. And let's add the beads. So what did I add? 4 on that side. Let's add 4. 4 here. And I'm going to go down through the brown, and I'm just going to go up and through all of these. So let's go down through the first brown. Like that. Oh, I went too far down. Let's go back up here. There. Let's go up through the second brown. And through the hole. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one seems weird how it's sitting. Oh, there it goes. So let's go through these 15 O's every time. And then through this one. And I'm going to go through this brown one again. Because I can. Okay, so now I'm going to go through this brown, but I'm going to go over to the, actually I might, oh, this is really hard to see. I'm going to go around again. I don't want that thread to show too much. This is actually like really holding on. Look at this. I'm surprised. So let me go back through this. Like that. I think I might go down 2 on this one, because I feel like there's that thread is just showing a little too much for my liking. So if I went through that one again, I would see it. And the reason being, I need to connect the gold bead to the brown. So I need to change what I'm doing here. So let's go up this one. Okay, like that. This is weird how it's really showing the thread. It might just be the way they're sitting. Okay, I needed to connect this one. That's why I was. Let's go through here. Let's see what we come up with. Make sure that's nice and okay. I think, yeah, that's not going anywhere. So I think I'm gonna come down here and tie this off. And we'll put the other side on. This is really cool. Okay. So let's talk about this clasp. We have to, if you're going to use a clasp like this, you really have to measure correctly the wrist. And the only reason I say that is you can imagine I make a lot of bracelets. So I used to do at least 5 to 10 bracelets per design, and I was doing multiple videos a week. So and I have over 1,000 videos. So you can imagine I had boxes and boxes of bracelets, and I never really, paid attention to what size, whatever. I always figured I can put a new clasp on or an extender chain, stuff like that. Well, now I'm getting a little more picky in the size. So I try and have somebody in mind that I'm making it for. So that's what it looks like. Isn't this amazing? So we're going to do the same for the other side. I'm just looking. This is my tail, which is about 7 inches, which I think is the bracelet size. So I'm wondering, let me see what this is. No, I think I better do another start than the other thread. So let's sew this in. I'm gonna take a bigger needle. This is probably way too big. Here, I'll take this one. Look, it's stuck to my finger. Didn't know you were coming for the comedy show, did you? Comedy relief. Okie dokie. I know that I don't need to say this to most of my subscribers, because everybody's really nice and polite and everything. But I'm just going to say, you know what? This video is just like a process video. It's not a polished video. It's not something, start and finish. You might watch the video, learn something. You might not. I've been getting lately a lot of comments about I talk too much. And why don't I just give you the supplies and show me how to do it and get on with it and that kind of stuff. And you know what? Most of the time I don't tell you guys when that's going on, but it's really funny. It happens every once in a while. I deal with that my own way that doesn't encourage people to argue with me. I just, you know, make it so that they can't comment anymore. But I'm just saying that because this is a different video. This is not, you know, showing you. Part of why I'm showing you how to put a clasp on is there's so many different clasps, and every time I talk about putting a clasp on, people say the same things. They're like, I know I never get mine on, or I never know what to put on there and stuff like that. So I'm doing my best to try and show you some of the times where I put a clasp that's a bit different on something. So hopefully that helps you. And yeah, so just thought I'd tell you. It's pretty funny, some of the things that people say. I'm glad that I've gotten to a point now where I can laugh about it. So I'm just threading my thread on here, and I'm going to put a knot. I don't like usually doing it on the end row, but we'll do it for now. So I'm just leaving a little thread there to hang on to. And let me find the thread bridge that doesn't involve the seed beads. There we go. And once and twice. Pull my thread through. Should pull it. It looks like there, you know, the knot's not quite there. So I'm going to grab the other piece and pull in the opposite direction. And then I'm going to hide that inside the bead. And that should do it. And it'll tighten it. One of the reasons with herringbone why I don't usually go up the side, because I like the fact that they're on an angle, but if I were to put thread all the way up the side, it would start to straighten them out, and it's not the look I'm going for. Pull that through, and that's not going anywhere. So I'll just clip that, being careful not to cut anything. Okay, we're ready. Ready, Freddy. So let's go up through these last three. Like that. So these ones are hard to get the correct angle here. There we go. Pull it through there. I'm just making sure it's not buckling anything. Now, be careful to put your, because this has a backside and the sparkly crystals. So make sure you go, and it's good that we checked because, you know, I was thinking maybe we had it the way, like maybe if we flip it that way, it will make more sense. So now we can start from this side, which was the way we started on the other. We're going to put it this way. I have to tell you too, this clasp, I'm a little disappointed. Maybe a lot now. I didn't think of this. So this is one of those fold over. Let me see if I can show you. It's hard when it's not attached to something. So this part opens, but this is the front. So if you have this on your wrist, it's going to be hard for you to open that back piece because it's at the back. So you might want to, if you're going to use one of these, you might want to leave it loose, like the bracelet length a bit loose, so you can get your finger in there to open it. And, you know, as most of us do now, get our partners to help us put our bracelets on. I'm thinking here, I wanted to do like I did on the other, where I went through here and then brought the bead around this way, but I feel like we should put the beads on this and go around the opposite way. So you know what, you might think, oh, that's so like minute detail. That's the kind of stuff I do, and it drives me nuts. So we did 4 on each. There's 4. Okay, make sure it's, and put your needle through. Oh, don't tell me the hole's clogged. Oh, this is different. So this one you can actually get through everything. Well, fancy that. It was just the other side. Let me open this so that we can get our needle through. So I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see the hole goes all the way through, and if you flip it, there's one bar, there's the other bar, and you can get around that clasp, and there's a channel. That's good. There's a channel right here, so if you want to put your thread down that way. Interesting. So okay, it just went up in my books. Okay, I couldn't figure out, I was trying to get through here and it was hitting something. So let's get this through like that. Okay, so I'm going to go through this a couple of times. It just through these brown beads, and actually we can go further down. I never thought of that for the last side, for the other side. So let's get that there. Go through here. Go through the 50 nose as well, like that, and pull it into place. Okay. Oh, those 50 nose popped in there. Okay. Come down here. Oh, see, because this was the beginning, there's a line of thread. These don't have to be closed up, so that's good. I might just go through the top bead then, because I don't want to put too much thread down the second row. I could probably go further, but so let's go up this one. These beads are I think they're 2 by 2, or yeah, they're 2 by 2. So they're super tiny and hard to find the holes. There, does that go through? Yeah. Okay, so let's go through this hole. We may not need to use this channel here. I don't know if you can see that. Let's try it this way. So there's a little channel here, right in here, because there is a bar. There's a bar right there. Okay, I'm going to pull these tight, and I'm going to try and get that 15 back out there. Okay. I have a whole tray of bead bracelets that I have to redo the clasp for my sister. Some are too small, some are too big. So I've marked them accordingly when she was visiting last year, and I still haven't done them. Such a bad girl. You know, sometimes I think back in time when we were young and just goofing around. It's hard to believe she's getting ready to retire. Wow, this even has a hole on the side. Okay, this is crazy. Okay, double checking. Make sure I had it on the correct side. That. think I'll go on an angle here. Yeah, that 15 went right back out here. Went through that hole. So I think if I were to do this again, I would put more beads so that it would stay out. But it's not that big a deal. Okay, so 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm going to go through this one. That. Go up this second brown one. I apologize, my hands are in the way for showing you what I'm doing, but these are super tiny. Do you know what? I ordered these beads from Beebeecraft. I was all excited. They're really pretty. So let's just say that. Emma and pretty beads. So I ordered them. Then when I got them, I was like, oh my god, these are too small. I knew, because I had ordered some before. So I knew what they were going to be like. And then I was worried, what am I going to design? So I managed to design this. I mean, it's not really a design. It's a herringbone. But I like taking designs and taking different beads. So you might not think to put such small beads together in a design like this with herringbone, plus the sparkliness of it and stuff really glams it up for me. So but I wasn't thinking about how tiny these beads are. Let me get through here, and then I'll just go through a few of the middle and we're done. Actually, let me go through this one there, like that. Oh, I didn't realize I went through the wrong. I should have went back through the clasp. Oh, I hate when I go through a bead like this, because if you don't catch it in the right way, it like pokes through a thread, and then you got to take it off your needle like that. Like it poked through the thread. Let me see if I can. No, I'll have to take it off. Let's go back. Where's that thread? Let's try it this way. It must have come off that thread that was hooked on, because I didn't have to move it out. Okay. Pay attention. Okay, I gotta go back through the hole. There, I can see it. Oh, this is really hard to do. You know what? I'm gonna have to bring it all the way through. There. Let's go through the bead. And hooked on there. There. Up through here. I'm going to close that. This is looking amazing. So you can see this is crazy. 30 minutes for a video when it should have. I think what it is I think to myself, oh, the bracelet's the hardest thing to complete. It takes the most time. and surprisingly, not so much. There, that's on nicely. Look at that. That's not moving anywhere, and we have it. Oh, this is so pretty. It's a very nice. Guess what? It's my size. So you have to put your order in if you want your size. Let me tell you, when I was making it, it was so many different sizes in my head because I kept thinking, well, I'll make it for this person, I'll make it for that person. I'm like, you know what? This is turning out the kind of spectacular beading that you love. Keep it for yourself. I'm trying to go through a few beads here. I'm a little bit tired, so it's hard. When I get tired, I can't see stuff properly. So that's it. Thank you for joining me. And I hope this helped a bit with, decision making when it comes to different style clasps. So let's see how hard this is to get on and off. So there, that was easy. I'll probably chip my nail, but getting it on is actually, look at that, pretty easy. Like that. Oh, this is so beautiful. And I made it a bit large for me so that it would sit a little bit on my wrist as well. And here's the thing, this wrist is a lot smaller than this one. And this was because they removed a bone in my wrist. So let me see if I can get this off without too much trouble or damaging the bracelet. I guess you could flip it like this. There. So it's not super bad, but that's a consideration for this bracelet. There you go. Let me see if I can get some more light. Oh, way too much light here. There we go. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.